after 2 days of competition whittled the playing field from 32 to 8. Some of the best competitors remained on day 3, especially on the AFC side, led by Skimbo, whose overtime win Tuesday against Stevie J propelled them to the conference semifinals. Ahead of him was a matchup with Joke, who made easy work of both Thunderball and Free the Penguins. Skimbo and Joke do have a history, and between them, 20 major appearances, which sets up an intriguing matchup for a spot in the conference finals.
I just kept telling my friends, like, I literally don't know how I possibly lose this tournament. So I've been playing all the best people in the world. We had 8 out of the 32 of the final competitors in this tournament. And I'm probably like, in the last 30 games against them, I'm probably like 29-1. Like, people got to the point where they're like, no, we're not playing your offense. We don't want to play against that. No one else has run that. So it got to the point where my own friends wouldn't want to play me. This is by far the most confident I've ever been in Madden, and it's definitely showing.
Some of the defense for Skimbo. And Skimbo, I feel as if every tournament he enters and he says he's not playing at his best, but, you know, even 80% Skimbo is one of the best players in the world. What are you seeing from his lead up into his match against Joke?
I'm seeing 2 guys that have been on a collision course. You got to remember, Joke has never won an MCS belt, and the closest he ever came was into the Madden Classic 2 years ago, where Skimbo was the one that knocked him out in that championship game. And Skimbo, this is the tournament that he's never won. This gives the most amount of money, and it's the one he's been wanting to go after. So a lot of implications for both of these guys. They're both hungry for it. And one little thing is, if Skimbo was to win this game, it would put him over the $300,000 mark in career earnings. He would be the first ever to do that within the MCS.
Can Skimbo continue his chase for the MCS Grand Slam?
After an opening quarter field goal from Skimbo and back-to-back turnovers by both players, Joke took over possession and drove down the field with quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Jackson squeezes his way through, and he will work his way all the way down to the 15 as he goes over 100 yards here in the half.
And now Joke already in the red zone, looking to take the lead with a touchdown.
And that's another big hit. At what point do you start thinking about using your timeouts if you're Skim?
Yeah, Joke, he's just, I don't know why he's snapping the ball so quick right there. The last thing Skimbo wants him to do is milk the clock and rest his Lamar, and Joke's doing the opposite. He's coming out here quick hiking.
Skim does use a timeout. Now he's looking for the edge, and Lamar will get in there for Joke. First touchdown of the game.
Skimbo has some time before end of half, and he uses 2 former Colt legends to take him deep into Joke territory.
Luck will get some space to the outside, and there's that throw. And Marvin Harrison, the legend from Syracuse, will haul it in.
When it comes to competitive Madden, Michael Skimbo has been and is the man.
And he'll throw it to the sideline. And Marvin Harrison all of a sudden is unguardable. Logan is just not the running back to get it done. So he'll go to the air. Luck, quick wheel route, and Skimbo retakes the lead.
On Skimbo's opening possession of the third quarter, he burns more than 3.5 minutes of the clock, but winds up only with a field goal, keeping it a 1-possession game for Joke and Lamar Jackson, who have possession as we enter the fourth quarter.
3rd and 3. Picks up the first down and more. And Denzel Ward chases him down from behind.
Once again, in a $20,000 game of Madden, chasing that belt with the #1 player standing right in front of him.
It's going to be a 1st and goal from the 7-yard line.
Come on! Come on! That's a huge sack for Joke on 1st down. It's going to make things that much tougher for Skim. And remember, Scott, he only has the 2 timeouts to Skim, so he's pretty much all in right here on this drive.
And Luck.
Fumble, what time?
He's living on a prayer with that run. Lucky to hold on to it at the 30. Here comes a 3rd and 9.
This is intense, Scott.
These guys have beat each other each one game. And that one comes loose, and here's 4th in the game.
That is a huge play right there from Rydell Brito.
Joke has never won a belt. Skimbo has never won a club championship, and it comes down to this very moment.
This is such a big play.
Needs 9. Luck looking. Throws it late.
Let's go! Let's go!
Go ahead and celebrate, Joke. You deserve it. You've fought so hard to get here. That was a hard-fought battle.
How long have you really wanted this bow?
I mean, since I started playing the MTS circuit since Madden 17.
Man.
Made the first classic, didn't make it out of groups. I think I've made 10 of these and I haven't won one yet. I've been telling all my friends as soon as I switch to no one's playbook, how am I going to lose this tournament? No one's been able to stop it. I had a good feeling of what he was going to do.
Yeah.
I knew I was just going to run at his enforcer because if he usered him, my left guard would pick him up.
Right.
I knew he wouldn't know that. So that's how after the first drive, I started running wild with Lamar. The first drive, I kind of was just filling him out, got stopped. Then I made some few.
Over in the NFC, the Redskins Techers representing UK takes on Skeeman and the Packers. Both players use Deion Sanders under the salary cap rules, and the Hall of Fame defensive back plays a big role in the two key plays.
Lamar Jackson back. Getting the block, letting it fly. It is picked off.
That's it.
Oh, Deion Sanders. Safety.
Oh, my. There's no...
And then Skeeman takes advantage of Sanders early in the third quarter.
Looks like he's going to put that post out there as a decoy, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him throw the hitch. And he does.
And it's picked. It's Deion Sanders. With the ball in his right hand, Deion's on the move.
You're not going to catch Deion.
Neon Deion on his way. Touchdown, Skeeman.
Come on, man. Come on.
Skeeman would never look back. A win like this mean for you? I mean, in the grander scheme of your life as Skeeman, or not the player, but the person, what does something like this mean?
It's kind of life-changing. I mean, it's getting to the point where it's really, you know, a big step in my financial life, just life period. Man, I've been through a lot, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? So taking advantage of this opportunity right now is just, it's everything.
Skeeman will take on Voltrax in the conference finals Friday. He defeated Nick Hacko representing the Saints 17-0. But all eyes were on two of the biggest names in MCS, Drini and Pavan, who battled for the final spot in the conference finals.
We're talking about Pavan maybe chasing back-to-back club championship title, and then Drini chasing down Skimbo.
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, Pavan, people forget he's trying to repeat. He won this tournament last year, and then Trini already has 2 belts. So if he made a run in this tournament and won it, he would be tied with Michael Skimbo, both having 3 belts. A lot of implications for these guys, a lot of money, Madden ball glory. That's what it's all about.
You love the Madden tradition. I love the NFL and Madden tradition coming together, and especially for someone like Pavan, who's a huge Raiders fan.
Huge.
To have the opportunity to represent his club again and maybe repeat, that's what makes this tournament so special.
You know, and this is kind of his tournament, really. You know, he's kind of taking this tournament over. You know, we're going to have to start considering him a favorite every time he enters this tournament if he's able to win this game versus Drini. And on the other side of that, Drini's won 3 clubs. But if you asked him, this would probably be his worst tournament out of all of them. You know, he's dominated in all the other tournaments, winning 3 clubs, but never making that deep run in the club championship.
Let's go ahead and kick it off here from Pizza Hut Stadium. Drini and Pavan. Who's going to face Joke in the AFC Championship? Pavan will get it first, and he's going to start the drive at the 23-yard line.
Drini's pass defense is stacked. Going to make that much harder for Pavan to get in this gun bunch and slang the rock around.
Got him.
Andrew Luck throws it to the corner, and Pavan, he goes on top first.
And Pavan always has a little bit of a wrinkle to this offense that we don't see from most players.
He'd probably pick up the first down before he gets some field goal range. Rivers fires, and
This ain't Madden 19, bro. Stop highballing it.
comes a 4th down.
And Drini, he's going to have to get some time for him. He was clearly uncomfortable versus the pressure right there. His receiver was wide open, went to the high ball for no reason. Look for this left seam.
And a little comeback route. Hooked down at the 25.
That's a good play right there from Drini.
If you're Pavan, you got to sell out for the run right here. Drini's just deciding which side he's going to run it to. Stretch left here is wide open.
Eric Dickerson will dot it.
Look at Pavan shifting his line with him.
And Dickerson will walk his way in for Drini, and we should have a tie ball game.
The game went to half tied at 7. Drini took the first possession of the third quarter.
But we got a good game here. 2nd and 10 for Trini. Saw some fireworks in the first couple minutes of that first half of back-to-back touchdowns. And now Eric Dickerson. I don't think they're going to catch him. The Pony Express is loose, and Trini takes the lead.
And I love what Pavan does. He comes out in goal line, so you can't set up that 3-4 odd defense and plug the gap. He makes you come out in goal line right with them.
Hands it off, and Pollard will punch his way in.
Two of the best players we've seen in the last several years in the MCS, and they're putting it on full display right now as to why.
Hands it off to Dickerson. Does Shazier have the angle? No! And Trini once again. Wait for it, wait for it. Takes the lead.
Scott, I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. That's how you get on your horse.
Pavan needs a touchdown to even the score, but finds himself in trouble on 3rd down.
You cannot take a sack here if you're Pavan. Your read's got to be sharp. He's
Here comes
coming.
the heat.
That Ward.
Tries to get outside and he can't.
Great mix-up by Drini right there. We've seen him send a lot of 4-man blitzes. Right there, he sends all the pressure. Great mix-up by Drini.
Luck. You're on 4th and 11. Pavan is going to try to use his legs. No, sir. Trini will get the ball back.
Drini's so confident in his defense. Even if he's at 4th and 3, I really wouldn't be surprised to see him punt away this ball, making it really difficult on Pavan.
Rivers swings it outside. He'll pay the first down with Hester. And smartly laid down at the 20. And that should take us to the 2-minute warning. Well, this is a big field goal, and he does get it accurate, which means it can't be blocked, and it's up and it's good, and the lead is now 10 for Drini.
If you're Complexity Gaming, how satisfied are you with signing this guy, Drini Joker? He's already won you a belt. He's making a run in the club championship. He represented the Cowboys last year, and now his quest for his 3rd belt continues. This kid epitomizes Madden dominance.
And, you know, for me, when Madden comes out, he's my pick to be the best player every single year, just because how well he's able to adapt to the game. He's a really good runner, but no matter how hard it is to pass or how hard it is to run, he's always going to play some of the best defense in the world.
You know, every time I'm in a situation where I need a score, Eric Dickerson comes through, and yeah.
If only we could all have Eric Dickerson on our lines. We really need something to be, fast or just get to the place we need to. Eric Dickerson shows up. That'd be funny. If you could do it.
Honestly, I had 2 options between the running backs, was Chris Johnson or Eric Dickerson, and Chris Johnson doesn't fall forward,
right?
And when Eric Dickerson gets stopped, he can fall forward for like 2 or 3 yards, so it really doesn't hurt me that bad. So Eric Dickerson really is the man.
Well, let's take a look on the wall at that big Eric Dickerson play that puts you in command of this game here, 14-14 tied up. Break it down.
Yeah, right here, he's using the left safety. So after I knew that, if he went inside just a step, I'm taking to the outside, and he took a step inside, and Eric Dickerson just went on to the races, and he just outran everyone with the 95 speed.